Hey everybody, it's your favorite neighborhood tone priest. No, that's not how that goes. It's your favorite friendly neighborhood tone priest. Yeah. Alright, now that everybody's clicked off this video, today what we're going to do is destroy a perfectly good guitar. Hopefully not. Hopefully we make it awesome, but could go either way. We got the SX, I almost smashed my computer monitor. That would have been awesome. SX, what does that say? Custom handmade vintage series, whatever, Telecaster shaped object. And we're going to do a couple of things here. First of all, the neck, I have hit it with the fret rocker and the crown and tool and stuff to try and get rid of all the dead notes, but that task has eluded me. So we got some dead frets in here that need to go. Oop, not that note. Oh, now it doesn't want to demonstrate it. Now it wants to work. Oh, there we go. Hear that? Yeah, they're all over the place up in this area. So what we're going to do is we watched a Scar My Guitar video.
You're an old knucklebone and your words, you ain't going to be able to put it together right.
He showed us how to make a nice flat level fretboard. I'm going to try his method and see if that works. And then what we're also going to do is this is basically my main guitar, and I use it to test out all the amplifiers I build. And Telecaster is great and all, but what it's missing is like position 2 and position 4 that you get in a Strat, that nice quacky tone. So we're going to turn this into a Nashville Tele, and we're going to stick this Wilkinson M series pickup right here. And then we're going to replace the pots. What else are we going to do? Clean her up. That's about it. That should be enough. That's a video. I'm going to make this guitar great again. Alright, so if that sounds interesting to you, here we go. Alright, here's all the crap we're going to be using today to fix this guitar. I've got a radius block. I got some radius gauges. I'll show you in another clip. We have our Wilkinson pickup, as discussed. Got some new strings, GHS guitar boomers, 9.5 to 44. We got a, what do they call this? A neck, well, it says right here, guitar neck notch straight edge luthier's tool. Just got that. What else we got? We got some pots. I bought these pots, and I didn't realize they were no load. So what that means is, if you turn it all the way up or down, I forget which way, it actually shuts off the tone, so it like takes the tone knob out of your pickup circuit. So we'll use that in the as the tone knob, so that'll be cool. And I went back and I bought a couple other regular potentiometers for the volume, and we'll reuse the selector switch. And I'll have Amazon affiliate links in the description below. Somebody please go buy something. You know, Amazon just sent me an email and said, you know, your affiliate links suck and nobody's buying anything. And if you don't get 3 sales in the next, whatever it is, 90 days, then we're shutting you off. So I'm not trying to make a ton of money on it, but, you know, if after a year it buys a 12AX7, then that's a 12AX7 I didn't have. So, you know, it's all cheap shit. It's all shit you need. So, you know, 3 people, please go buy something. All right, let's start tearing this sucker apart. Alright, here's all the junk that came in the radius gauge set I just purchased. Got this thing, which is very handy. We have this kind of radius gauge and this kind here that have the notches to go over the strings. And these were why I purchased this set, because, you know, I thought these would be handy. But you could fit this kind underneath the string. You know, you get it in between the 2 middle strings and then just lift it up underneath, you know, if the strings are still on your guitar. I mean, they work, but it's really hard to tell what the actual radius on the neck is because of those notches. So I kind of don't like these, even though they are convenient. These, it's much easier to measure the radius on your neck with. So if you're out there and, you know, considering a purchase of radius gauges for your guitar, I would go with these or get the set with everything. Again, link will be in the down below in the description. Amazon affiliate link. You know, we need to sell three things. Three things. So they don't shut us off. Doesn't matter. I really don't care. It's not how I intend to support my family. And then I got all my old fret and nut stuff here that I also bought on the old Amazon. I gotta stop buying from Amazon and start buying from, you know, real people. But yeah. Anyway, okay. Let's see what the frets look like. Did the frets maybe a year ago. They got a little bit of wear. You know, I don't play too terribly much. But, so, I imagine these are nickel. Probably not stainless steel. So the benefit of that is it should be easy to sand these down and crown them. Oh, what else we're going to do is we got some 4-0 steel wool. The neck, as you can see, is got a nice thick gloss layer, which some guitars, the gloss layer is really sticky and hard to move your hand back and forth. This one's not bad. I like it on the fretboard because it's real nice bending strings. You know, this guitar has made me hate rosewood fretboards on all other guitars because this is nice and smooth. You know, with rosewood, just kind of, you can feel all the pits as you're trying to bend strings. But I noticed when I was playing chords and trying to change position, I'd have to actually lift my hand off, move to where I wanted to go, and then fret the chord again because, you know, it's hard to slide up and down with this finish. So we're going to use the 4-0 steel wool, and we're going to make it nice and smooth on the back. Smooth. All right, I'm going to hose this down, get rid of all the DNA, and then we'll unbolt the neck and we'll check for straightness. Wish me luck. All right, we got the neck off. Truss rod's up here. If you have one of these guitars, I believe you need a 5/32 Allen key, which is odd because you'd think it would be metric, being made in not America. It may actually be metric, but not a size that I have, so maybe it's a 4.5, if that's an actual thing. But whatever. But what did I say? 5/32? Yeah, 5/32 will work. All right, while we're here, we're doing some maintenance, just tightening up all the machine heads. And about these machine heads, these were El Cheapos I bought off of Amazon about 3-4 years ago. And yeah, they're not very good. Don't buy the El Cheapos. Spend the money if you're going to get this kind of tuner. I mean, a Telecaster really doesn't need this kind of tuner. But it has it anyway. It's convenient when changing strings, you know, it makes that a lot quicker. But the problem I had with these was I had trouble getting the B string and the E string to actually clamp down. You know, you tighten it up and the string is all loose still. So you got to like aim it and get it perfectly just right for this to clamp down. And then also, I forget which one. I'm going to pull it out. The metal they use for the screws in here is very soft, so it doesn't take much to strip the threads. So these are junk. Don't buy the cheap ones. Get good ones. All right, so now we are going to break out our new guitar neck notch straight edge luthiers tool. Where's the apostrophe? And we're going to straighten out the neck. And then we're going to start to do some damage with the radius sanding block we have here. L1. It's a joke. All right, here we go. Here's what the I. Louise guitar neck straightness check tool looks like. Looks like it's got an anodized finish. Seems all right. It'll do the trick. Putting it on here, and it seems like the neck has a back bow, which kind of makes sense. So we're going to straighten that out and make sure we're as straight as possible before we, you know, have at it with our sanding block. All right, hopefully you can see everything here. So, the way that Sean from Scar My Guitar said he levels frets is you get your sanding block, and then he starts with 80 grit sandpaper. I'll put the link in the description. but the neck he was doing was from scratch. It wasn't a guitar that was already, you know, set up and ready to go that just needed maintenance. This was a guitar that was built from scratch, had stainless frets. So we're not going to go with 80 grit. We'll use something else. But he said he got your sandpaper, and you go wink, 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 and then he would stop at one fret, stop at the next, stop, 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 that, like that. Now, the neck he was working on didn't have a nut, so he was going in this direction. I'm not sure if that makes a difference, but, you know, this ain't rocket science. We'll just, we'll figure it out, and I'll report how it comes out once we figure it out. Oh, yeah, I forgot one thing. What we're going to do is we're going to take our blue Sharpie here, and we're just going to draw a line on the top of all the frets. And as we sand, the line should disappear as it gets sanded. And so after we've done a little bit of work, and you know, if we see any frets that still have blue Sharpie on it, we know there's a, you know, a low spot on there. So that should help us out. All right. So I started with 500 grit sandpaper here, and I've done a couple of swipes, and you can see up in here there's still some blue, and this is exactly the problem area right here. I don't know how well you can see that. It's kind of tricky with the light. Can you see that? But yeah, we'll definitely get a low spot here, low spot here, low spot in the middle here. This one is almost still completely blue, as is this one. So, yeah, a little bit here. But yeah, it was kind of a mess, a little bit of a basket case. So we're going to keep continuing on doing that, and I'm not pressing down real hard. I'm just going and examining how it looks, and take it one zhunk at a time. All right, I am going this way, as Sean showed in his video. The nut doesn't get in the way. I mean, don't have to go all the way like that. You can just, yeah, it works. It's not a thing. Don't worry about it. What I did is, major problems, you can't see that. Major problems are above the 12th fret. So these frets down here are pretty good, except for the 2nd fret. It's got a couple of little string dings in there. But that'll sort itself out in no time. But the frets above the 12th fret are a little messy, so I re-blued them with the Sharpie. And I give it a couple more whacks, see how we do. And you can't see that, but yeah, definitely needs some work up here. So I gotta imagine this fret's really high, and these frets are lower than that. So this fret needs to come down a lot so we can get at these frets. But we'll keep chipping away at the stone here. All right, we are done with our sanding block. Now we're going to use our crowning tool, because as they stand right now, the tops of the frets are all flat from the sanding block, and we want a nice round crown. So we're going to take this tool, inexpensive, link below, and I have once again marked all the frets with blue. That'll help you see, you know, what the shape of the fret is as you take off material, and it'll help you not miss any parts and make a nice, even, smooth crown. So this has a fine side and a coarse side. We're going to use the coarse side. And if you care about your guitar and you don't want to mess it up, you should probably put painter's tape in between the frets. But here we are. Okay, and there's not much to it. Hopefully you can see all that. Just going to grind away. We're going to take a look at where the Sharpie has been removed. You can see the very end still has a little bit, and then this side Still has a little bit of Sharpie left, so concentrate on that side and this very end. And that's about all there is to it. Get a nice round crown on there. Now, probably won't be able to see it. This tool is very rough and it leaves a lot of tool marks and ridges and ripples. So there's going to be another step after this with, you know, the fret eraser blocks and stuff. So something to look forward to. All right, we chiseled away with our crowning tool with the coarse side, and we went all the way down the fretboard. And I tried to, you know, evenly saw away at this, but you know, we're only human, and doing it evenly is going to be technically impossible. So what we're going to do now is turn this around, and we're just going to very quickly go back with the fine side and just give each fret a little quick rub. You know, we're not taking off a lot of material. We're just going to hopefully just even it out and make them all nice and pretty. All right, the final step here is we're going to use our, whatever they call these, polishing blocks. We got a coarse one, we got a fine one. We got these little fret protectors that we're going to put down as we polish the tops of the frets. And then after we use those, we're going to finish it off with a little bit of 1200 grit sandpaper. And then she should be shinier than the chrome bumper on a 1964 Buick.
You've got that look that says, I'm not only going to kill you, I'm going to go kill the guy that dry cleans your clothes, too.
All right, we got our frets looking nice. And we're going to finish it off and shine them up with a little bit of steel wool. And then we'll move on to the stuff we really want to do with this guitar. Check this out. And I got to say, don't use this video as instructional. I am not a luthier. There are much better people out here on the old YouTube. You can check out people like Scar My Guitar and T. Woodford. I don't know how you pronounce it. I'll put the link in the description. That guy's a freaking artist. Check his channel out. All right, frets are all done. They look pretty sweet. The last step there with the steel wool really made them legit looking, nice and shiny, polished, smooth. And now we're going to make the back of the neck all nice and polished and smooth with our 4-0 steel wool. Just going to, yeah, it's not rocket science. Just going to do this until the finish is somewhere that hopefully is better than where it's at now. More smooth and easy to fret chords and stuff. You know what I'm talking about. All right, we got this nice and smooth. I didn't take off a ton of the lacquer because we can always go back and take off more, but it's more difficult to add lacquer back on. This is a war wound from before I purchased the guitar, but that's almost imperceptible now. But yeah, she's pretty smooth. We'll see how that works. All right, now the whole reason we're really here. Let us take this apart so we can install the middle pickup. All right, this is going to be a little bit tricky. We're going to have to rut a hole into the guitar body, and to locate the position of that hole where we want to put this, we're going to use this schematic here. Try and remember to put a link in there. But it looks like we want to go from the back edge of the neck pickup to the front edge of the middle pickup. We want to have 44 millimeters. And then hopefully if we do it right, you know, we can buy an aftermarket pick guard and it'll fit. That's the whole plan here. So we're going to do the best we can. Get a little straight edge, make a measurement, and then we're going to start hacking away. Wish me luck. All right, we are back. Good Sunday morning and happy Easter, everybody. Got the hole cut out for this pickup. Didn't come out horrible. I'm going to tell you, grinding this with the Dremel tool smells amazing. You're going to try it sometime. All right. Now the fun part. We're going to dig a hole in the body of the guitar to fit the pickup into. Let's get at it. All right. Glad that's over. She ain't pretty, but she's my brother. Don't have a router, so that was created with a hand drill and a Harbor Freight Dremel style tool. Not ideal, but I wanted to do that with the tools I had, because to finish the King's X guitar, I need to route out a hole for a battery compartment. And yeah, I'm not going to try and do that project without an actual router, because that. But this is going to be covered up with shielding tape in the pick guard. And again, this is a $100 guitar, even though I love it. That'll be fine. It'll be fine. Don't you worry about a thing. What are we doing? Oh yeah, I got to drill a hole to get the wire into the control compartment, and then we can start putting her all back together. We got some real cheese ball pots on here. I don't know if they're original or not. I don't know what the hell happened there, but those are getting replaced. I'm going to use a 3-way switch, and we'll talk about how that's all going to work when we get to that step. But first things first, let's get start putting this thing back together. All right, we got all this crap through the little holes. Got that looking good. Looking at the instructions from the Wilkinson middle pickup, and if I'm reading this right, it looks like they want the colored wires to be not grounded, or I should say the black wires to be grounded, so we don't need to do anything weird for the north-south, in phase, out of phase type of stuff. So that's what we're going to do, and we're going to hope it works. I got a couple of new pots on here. We got that no-load pot, so when the tone is turned all the way up in its most treble position, it actually basically comes out of circuit. And we have a switch here, and we got a new volume pot. We got a 3-way switch. So the way I'm going to wire this, it's going to be like a regular Telecaster. It'll be neck pickup, both pickups, bridge pickup, and then the switch will turn the middle pickup on and off regardless of where the selector is at. All right, so it'll basically be able to get everything that like a Strat gets, except for just the middle pickup. But on the flip side, what this will get that a Strat will not get is all 3 pickups on at the same time. So that's how that's going to work. So the plan is, all right, we got soldered and iron all warming up. Soldered and iron, can't speak. Yeah, so yeah, I don't know what I was thinking with the color combination here, but whatever. Somebody might think it's cool. Probably not. I'm going to shut up now. See you in the next clip. Hey, Bezos just stopped by. Wonder what he could have dropped off. What do we got here? Oh yeah, back in business on the little amp we're working on. See that? There's no problem in life that's so hard to overcome that a little bit of money can't solve it. All right. Did you get a nice shot of the trash bucket? Yeah, she's almost there. Gonna put some strings on. I tested the pickups. They work as they should. Tone knob works. Found the reason why we had a bunch of that copper tape on that pot. I can't find the pot, but the insides of the pot was like disintegrated. So we're gonna have to get a new not pot, knob for this pot. Does that make sense? All right, let's break out the boomers. Strap these on here, and then we'll get booming. See how we did. Hopefully we didn't completely ruin the neck. And hopefully we got a nice little upgrade to our Telecaster shaped object here. All right, here we are. I got the guitar set up absolutely perfectly, and it plays wonderfully, except right here. What is this? 14th fret, still in the middle, is still choking out. Which kind of doesn't make sense because this thing was sanded flat, and there's no bow in this area of the neck. This is flat. This should be working perfectly. So since I have the strings on there, I don't want to take the strings off to start filing that down and getting the fret rocker out and stuff, but I'll check it with the fret rocker. I'm going to try and adding a shim under the front part of the neck heel to kind of tilt the neck back that way, so there'll be more relief between, if I'm fretting the 13th fret, the string will have a little more area underneath it before it starts hitting the fret and choking out. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. But other than that, perfectly set up, intonated. Other than that, Mrs. Lincoln, how was the play? All right, almost there. Then we'll do a little sound check. All right. So I'll put back together, plugged into the world's greatest champ clone. And she's not bad. She's going to need just a little bit more work the next time we change strings. I took a piece of tin foil, folded it twice, so 4 layers of tin foil, stuck it just at the front of the heel here, and that helped with the choking. And last time I changed strings, it was choking too, and once the string stretched out a little bit and wore in a little bit, the choking went away for the most part. So I expect that to happen here, but next time we change strings, we'll address this fret and we'll get it perfect. And then the other little problem we're having here, I think the shielding on the back of the pick guard isn't touching, making good ground. So there's some clicking, once in a while when I press on stuff, but nothing to write home about. But what became very apparent to me immediately after I first started playing this was after I put this nice new set of 9.5 to 44 strings on here, it was immediately obvious to me that I had 9 through 42s on here before, so that's fun. My fingertips are screaming in pain. But I'll give you a quick little demo to show you how it sounds. Please excuse my horrible guitar playing. Doing the best we can. Alright, we'll go bridge, middle, and then neck position, and then we'll do on and off with the middle pickup on each one. You'll figure it out. You know what we're doing here. It's not rocket science. Alright, so this is just the bridge. It's probably tune up. Hang tight. Alright, just the bridge. This is just the bridge. Bridge in middle. That sounds pretty sweet. Alright, the bridge and neck. Flip the switch, now we got all 3 pickups running. I was real surprised at that one. I didn't know that was going to be the best sounding one. Alright, just the neck. Neck and middle. Don't make fun of me. Comes next? Do we know? I don't think we got that far. We'll go with A. Alright, now, I just learned this, don't laugh at me. I can't play Sweet Home Alabama. What do you expect? I'm from Massachusetts. Motherfucker. You get the idea. That's all 3 pickups. Sounds pretty cool. Give it a little more juice here. Oh my god, these 9.5s are killing me. But hopefully you get the idea. And here's the, right now the tone is in the absolutely no load. It's super bright, and if you just kick it back just a little bit, it goes into regular mode. I don't see a huge difference between no load and, you know, whatever, 250K. But we changed from a 0.047 to a 0.022 capacitor, so this is what a 0.022 sounds like. Definitely very woolly and woofy. For what that's worth. And yeah, that's how it sounds. I'm going to call this mission a success. Kind of need 2 guitar players to do this. there you go. Thanks for coming. Thanks for watching. Check out the links below. We need 3 people to buy stuff so Amazon doesn't kick me off. Blah, blah, blah. Hopefully we'll have another really cool amp next. And until then, rock on, dudes and dudettes.
Done.